Good morning, America. This is Dr. Turi. Today we're April the 18th. 2 days. 2 days from the maximum energy of that plutonic window, which is speaking secrets, drama, death, the FBI, the CIA, anything and everything that is hidden coming to the light. Well, this is going to be an interesting newsletter because it's the title by itself, How and Why Bad Extraterrestrials Need to Annex Planet Earth. I'm not going to give you all the details right here, right now, but I'm telling you something now. I just finished a 2 hours radio show with a life in the hologram, okay, with Madeline Rudy and Marilyn Wizard, two wonderful spiritual ladies, and I had a blast in 2 hours. So ladies are really perceptive. They did a lot of good listening, which is pretty rare from any hosts. But at the same time, they also came up with some very interesting questions. So we discuss all sorts of things. You know what? I did a great show on dr.turi. I did a lot of radio show lately, but this one is probably the best. And you know why? Because the plutonic window stimulated Draco to talk like he never did before and came up with things that I was wondering even myself, how the hell I came up with that. The channeling is very, very fruitful, very deep, very mystical, very dead-on, scarily accurate. And again, unless you listen to these 2 hours, which went by just like this, by the way, you're going to miss a lot. So do me a favor. Go and listen to this phenomenal, mind-boggling Draco channeling that I did today. Okay? And share it. Share it, because you're not going to get this type of information everywhere, but only from Dr. Turi. And God thinks I have people like Madeline and Merlin and all the other radio hosts, including George Norrie, and many, many of them who have helped me and gave me the platforms to reach you so I can change your mind and get you out of this box that you may be stuck in because you've heard too many things that are not real. It's time for the truth. The stars support the truth. So the link is not available just yet, and it will be offered in that newsletter. So you have to come back until I post it. And remember, I always attempt to always improve, correct, edits, add things in my Cosmic Code newsletters. So even if you read it, go back to it. You're going to see different things. And maybe, it would take you 2 or 3 times to really digest the information. I also, as always, gave the date of April 27th and give a keyword. So keyword is shocking news, sudden release of energy, earthquake about 6.0, cosmic news. You're going to hear all that on the show. So I took a date closer so the people won't have to wait long to realize the incredible power generated by Draco channelings. And most of all, its veracity. So watch, write it down, April 27th. All right, so in a couple of days, we're going to be in the extreme energy, offering serious wake-up calls. So be ready. Because this energy, I also decided to do something. I'm aware of the rules. The cosmic rules are very clear. Whatever you do or say or start during this specific type of plutonic window will have dramatic repercussions and will benefit a lot of people. And my job is to offer you wake-up calls and expose the undiluted truth. And that's why a lot of people really love me or hate me. Hey, see where you're at. So I'm offering mini readings and also dream interpretation, of course. This is going to be on my YouTube channel. Okay, that cannot be to everybody, but each time I produce a newsletter like I do or a YouTube video, I will add those dream interpretation. I already put it on Facebook, and I got tons of requests for mini readings, for dream interpretation. So I'm going to pick like 2, 3, or 4, depending on how much time I have. And I have to yet to dig into, and we're still getting tons of them. So be patient, okay? I promise you, your will be chosen depending of the quality of your question. If it serves other people at the same time, if my answer will provide answers to other people, that's what I'm looking for too. Not just to answer you. And I will get to you. So all you got to do is to be patient. Okay, so how we do that? Well, simple. Just in the newsletter that I wrote today, associated with that YouTube video, you have my wife email, teraniapromodirector@gmail.com. Okay, email her. She's going to filter all those and put in the best at the top and the others in the bottom, so to speak. And all you got to do is talk to her, explain what you want, what is your problem, and then I will cover that in a minute or two, also talking about you for free to help you, to guide you. So, and if you did not just do it just yet, you gotta join my YouTube channel and then sign up so you can hear it whenever that will be your lucky day. So that is something I wanted to do. Now it's on, so go ahead. We're gonna go across first ask, first served terms. So don't wait, okay? Because you're gonna be on top of the line, top of the pile if you do it right away. All right, now we see what that's gonna take us. I'm sure you're gonna find it very interesting what people wants to know out there. So April 20th, 2 days from now, we're gonna have this maximum intensity. You've got to be very, very cautious. Remember those Plutonic windows. There is various different windows that I put all the time out there, but this one is the favorite of the reptilians. Okay, so these keywords that I use using Nostradamus methodology, quaternion keyword mention, FBI, CIA, secret to light, and the evidence that the US government got into the assassination business came to light. Okay, so the Mueller report is out. That's going to be a lot of wake-up calls for a lot of people. Now, you have to understand, President Trump and all these politicians have a hell of a lot of power. Hey, yo, you have no idea. So it is a reason for a lot of people to be very scared of what the mob can do over there who support Trump. So you have to be aware that delivering such a sensitive secret that can change life, that can lead to imprisonment, that can lead to the president losing his job. So it's a very serious situation, very, very serious. So all the truth always hurt and vex people. And that's why people will go to extreme, even to lie and kill to keep it under. But during my 2019 SOS to the World Deadly Windows, things happened, always. It's the law. Again, remember, I don't write those laws. I translate those cosmic rules for you, okay? All right, so what do we have in the new? Controversial photo of Jesus. So you see our Savior with a can of beer and a cigarette. I mean, reptilians, always stimulate the minds of idiots who tend to attract attention to make money, okay, or to get more visits to their Facebook page by taking selfies. You gotta be cautious though, because very nice, beautiful, loving, forgiving Christians will turn into vicious killers when they're under the control of the reptilians. Oh, be careful. And those Christians are also very dangerous for people like me, because they do not know nothing about Jesus' initial cosmic ministry. And I give a lot of details on that 2 hours radio show that I did this morning. So, man, you're going to have a blast listening to this show. And that's going to stimulate you maybe to ask more questions, universal question. So I'll put you on top of the list when I make my next video. So what else we have? A father was sentenced, yes, after abandoning his kid in the woods. Jesus, sweet Jesus. Wow. The reptilians are able to do that, to turn a loving, normal, dedicated dad into a killer. They don't expect scientists, psychologists, neuroscientists to give you the answers because they have no clue. And they cannot assimilate or understand or even accept the reptilian phenomenon just yet, till these guys show themselves in time. Wow. It's important to realize that this is not something new. People disappear in remote area, in national parks, walking in the dark, coming back from a pub because they're drunk, or they use pots somewhere. You know, the more remote you are, the more vulnerable you are to the reptilians who could stimulate some mental energy that will lead you to get straight to the river and drown yourself. You know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, people disappearing, and nobody knows. Not even the FBI or the cops. They all know what the hell's going on. What happened here? This guy was walking ahead of us or behind us. Next thing we know, we found him in the river and he's dead. It was normal. He was saying, oh, maybe he had a couple of drinks, but that's not enough for him to kill himself. Well, it is enough for the reptilians to hijack the mind. So in very remote area, you're much more vulnerable, especially if you have in your body their goodies, pot and drinks. Be careful. This is real. I'm not making it up. Now, another young girl, she was so focused on the selfie that she died. And a week later, we had another one in the Bronx who fell from the city clock tower after going up, taking pictures. Again, remember, the reptilians will use technology, your cell phone, video game, war games to get to your head, to make you forget reality. Next thing you know, they need to remove as many of us as they can. And then you're dead. Is it worth it to let your ego and want to have the best selfie on the planet and lose your life over it? Well, kids don't think that way. They are very vulnerable. They're emotional. Their ego is just started and it runs their life. Emotional ego runs the life of a kid. Call it hormones if you like to. But the reptilians are right there and they are ready. Another one was 18 years old. He died after suspected hazing accident. I just don't understand. Yeah. Those kids, they want to be part of the pack, want to be like the others. Gang leaders, infected, tattooed, slave of the reptilians, born to kill, born to be all à loi, as we say in French, and having respect for nothing, not even for their own lives. And those souls were born with a very, very cursed UCI, perfect target for the reptilians to lead them to ISIS and kill, and enjoy blood and guts all over the walls, or enjoy raping young innocent girls who had an argue with their parents and find themselves in the streets in New York. They have nothing else to do, so they become vulnerable to gangs activity. And it's just sad because those kids, nobody's there to educate them. You know, the U.S. Department of Education is never going to allow me to talk about this. God, thanks, we have the Draconis helping me to channel the information that I can put on YouTube, and technology can be used in a progressive educational way. That's what I'm doing for you. And that's why it's important to share. You need to see the news as they happen with a different angle than what Fox or CNN is presenting them to you. Remember, everything has a different size, different understanding, different view, different world. Now they say that this baby got measles because of anti-vaxxers. Wow, oh, wait a minute here, wait a minute. Do you imagine for a second how much millions, if not billions of dollars are being made with these vaccines? generated by the big pharma. And you're going to believe that? Look what happened to this kid. He was supposed to be protected with that. And lucky he's not dead. Wow, lucky. Come on, you want to pray for that child to survive. Because it's unbelievable. During this plutonic window, he's still breathing. Okay? A lot of kids won't make it. Believe me, a lot of people won't make it during these windows. It's nasty. He started well earlier. That's why I start to give you the information early enough so you can digest them. Wow. He was up to date with his shots. It doesn't stop. He got it. He got it. The reptilians are able to adapt themselves into a microorganism. And then, you know, there's nothing you can do. Their job is to make sure in any shape or forms they destroy humanity. They need planet Earth. It's a formidable strategic position very close to their base on Pluto. And I've explained this on that radio show that I just did. What's going on up there? Hey, you want to listen to it. Most of all, this child might be born in October. And naturally, Neptunian, prone to have a negative reaction to anything that is supposed to be safe, but it's not natural. The ACI is rejecting it, and that reptilians knew that. They targeted this child. Never ends. I'm telling you, it starts before being in the womb, inside of the womb, and after you're born. And they're not going to release you until they find a way to get to you. So we are all very susceptible to this infestation. A meteor from another solar system may have hit Earth. The implications are fascinating. Yeah, how the hell is that going to help you to lead your life? If you think like all the astronomers that planets are dead rock hanging up there for the sake of beauty, well, you certainly are on the wrong, my friend. Those planets are much more than dead rock. They have very specific energy that are making up your UCI, your unique celestial identity, which is part of the cosmic jurisdiction, all dictated by God, cosmic divinity, and His celestial creation. All that Jesus was trying to do, to explain to you. And all those astronomers have no clue that without astrology, their trade would not exist. This doesn't mean science is bad and I hate science. Far from that. I love the incredible scientific discovery we have that allow us to live a long life, fix our hearts, our eyes, God knows what. Thank you. Thank you for the draconists to stimulate those beautiful scientists to use technology in the right way. But what the hell do you want to do on Mars? You have no business there. You know, $200 billion is what the internal space station cost us so far. 200 billions. Each time they find oxygen, water, or new tools to do the experiment is $450 million just to sign the shuttle. Jesus Christ. Don't you think this money should be spent for us, for a destitute young mother before she gets infected by the reptilians or join a gang, to educate those poor people out there who don't have rich parents? Don't you think this money should be used to save Mother Earth? For God's sake, it's time to wake up and realize that you are helping the wrong people. They entertain you. That's all they can do with their understanding of the planet. Those experts are idiots. They're educated idiots. They have no clue of the soul of the cosmos, the higher purpose behind those planets. And it's easy to ridicule my work or to think I'm an egocentric or God knows what, than to use the mental gymnastic needed to understand the deep spiritual meaning, the deep spiritual phenomenon involving all the planets in direct relationship with your mind. Yes, your mind, as I said many times before, is nothing else than a computer reacting to an outside stimuli produced by the universal mind. It doesn't start to finish in the brain. It's just It's just a piece of meat, nothing there. Same as the brain of Einstein, mine or Killer or anybody. Same density, same weight. What's different? The UCI, the universal program, or your unique celestial identity that makes you totally unique, totally different. And you wonder why we all want to kill each other. Once you understand that, divine astrology, through forensic astrology, we educate people like I do. And your children will be back with that supreme wisdom that will help them to build a safe, beautiful, wonderful world. Hey, that's the New Age Aquarius promise, yes. All right. Sending my home in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know how many of you have looked at it, but hey, maybe when I'll be dead, people say, oh, well, that's where Dr. Turi was. I don't give a damn. I'll be dead. All right. So remember, people, the maximum impact of the SOS to the World Plutonic window is coming in a couple of days. It's going to get tense out there. It's a perfect time for you to help me in my mission. If any way, shape, or form you can relate to my work, if you can vibrate to my cosmic speed, you just share it, because I only have you to save the world. Be part of the solution, please. Share my work. If you know somebody who has a radio show or TV show, mention my name. Dr. Turi has interesting things to talk about. Okay, help me to help you and your kids and the kids of your kids. If we make it, we have the junction. It's not serious. We have the junction. I need your help. All right. I will end up this little video by asking you to go and to life in the hologram. The link should be on my newsletter associated with this little thing here. Make a good use of my opportunity for you to have readings or dream interpretation coming your way for free. Have fun, educate others, educate yourself, bring up your own cosmic consciousness, share my cosmic wisdom. There's much more for you to gain than anything else, believe me. Lastly, I really, really want to prove to the world the existence of Draco. Cannot tell you just yet what I'm going to do on that ship. But man, join us. You're going to have fun. You're going to have a big surprise. All right. This being said, my good friends, I will take this opportunity one more time to thank you for listening to me every day. It's going to get better as we go along. Until then, make it a beautiful day. Bye-bye, America. Talk to you tomorrow, God willing.